Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I have pulled for you the Five of Swords for this full moon in Cancer, the first full moon of the year. I'm reading on that day. This is a general message for you. The Five of Swords is bringing back a memory of rejection. This may be a series of memories about individuals who rejected you or did not think you were enough, that reinforce the idea that you didn't have what it took to do something you deeply desired to do. This sense of not being enough is something that you have been working on healing, and that these fresh memories are almost, I don't believe in tests, but it's almost a way of measuring the progress that you've made so far in externalizing the opinions of others, the judgments of others, where you've learned that those judgments have blocked you from pursuing things that you wanted. You now have no longer internalized those feelings, and no longer you recognize those projections of others as being theirs. You recognize that it reflects their fears in a way that no longer prevents you from moving forward in getting the assistance or the hearing that you are deserving of. If you need more help, more training, more support, you know how to get that and receive that on the basis of your deservedness of that, your worthiness of that. And this no longer holds you back, but in the remembering of these perhaps individuals, a specific memory, or a pattern of judgments or criticisms that once plagued you and once you ruminated over and couldn't turn them off. You now understand that they have nothing to do with who you are, and that letting go of those is giving you an incredible sense of lightness moving forward. This is actually describing an area, perhaps in your professional life, in your community life, where you are stepping into a role that others told you you couldn't inhabit. This is a general reading, Libra, so it's not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below as to the readings that I offer. So welcome again. And in your present, you have the Star card. And this is precisely the antidote to this sense of, once invested in inadequacy, fear, timidity about your talents, your skills, your ideas, you understand that you're actually hooked up to a vision. It isn't always clear. It's continually unfolding as you grow and reach for this North Star. It's not just something that you pluck down and manifest. This is something that guides your efforts, moves you towards a greater view, a greater vision of a better world, a better service, a better product, a better experience in your life. One that is inclusive of others, one that promises the effort, at least, of a better world. And this is what motivates you to push these unfair judgments aside, to relegate them to the trash bin, and to move forward knowing that you have something you're willing to fight for, certainly willing to work for. In the past, the Judgment card, not the Judgment, the Justice card is about finding the sense of balance within, so that the way that you may have been literally unfairly treated, passed over when you were deserving of opportunities, is something you've balanced within yourself. And that comes with a consciousness and awareness that you do have the skills that are needed for the things that you want to accomplish, that you have worked, you have put in the effort, you have earned these opportunities, and you're not going to allow yourself to be blocked by those who will reject you, who will cast you aside. If they're not able to give you those opportunities, you know that you can address the inequity, the injustice, the unfair treatment, but you can also find resources elsewhere. You're certainly resourceful enough to know that there are other sources of support and assistance available to you, but that you will not be deterred from getting what it is that you know that you deserve. And this reflects this inner balance, this inner love and respect for your vision and your abilities and skills. In the future, the Five of Staffs is pointing to the work you're willing to do to fight for the resources you need. And this in part includes a different way that you're choosing your allies, your relationships, your supporters, your peers. You're finding not only those that share your values, but those that you can work with in a way that undermines hierarchy and artificial or external authority. This is where the team manages itself. And as a part of that, this is part of the way that you are learning to work to dispel this idea that somebody has control over a lot of people and makes judgments that are not always fair or equitable. There's a way in which, as a team, you can agree to collaborate. Everyone working from their strength, everyone bringing solutions to the problem so that the victory, the success, the accomplishment is shared by all members of the team, no matter what their different ranks are. This is about owning the expertise or the strength of each and every member of the team, valuing that way. And this is the direction you're moving in. This is the way that you're working. This becomes your creative and process of work effort, work ethic. If this reading is resonating for you, Libra, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel so inclined, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all of you that do. Thank you so much for all of the support you give me in whatever fashion that is. And I pulled the worry card. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And I do see you channeling this anxiety about always being unfairly judged, criticized, found wanting, not enough, to this way of working through these solutions, not just for you, but for others. Really turning worry into a creative process where you're brainstorming collaboratively how to solve problems, how to get things done. In the present, the Star card is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. Yes, you have found your identity in your goals, in your vision. You understand that this is the portal to your abundance, to your generosity, towards long-term stability and security. And this gives you unending joy. Not only joy, but satisfaction that you've learned to make good choices for yourself. And that includes turning away from those that don't support you for whatever reason. This is you respecting yourself enough to know to move towards the things, to surround yourself with the things that do support you, that do recognize your value. And that's how you build something that is long-term, resourceful, that is a resource to others, that is of value, that is excellent. In the past, the Justice card is clarified by the Fool card and the Six of Pentacles. This feels very much about your process, moving away from the way energy has been conventionally exchanged, or the way agreements have been created based on industry standards or cultural standards, or the way you're supposed to do it, or the status quo. You've actually abandoned that through hardship, actually, because you realize that's a game you can never win. And instead, you have invested faith and belief in yourself, your ability to understand what works for you, what your talents and skills are, your devotion, your work ethic, knowing that you're willing to fight for the things that you desire. No challenge is too great. That is the basis on which you now conduct all agreements in terms of all exchanges of energy. This is an ongoing negotiation that looks more like a collaboration than it does a hierarchy. Someone, a judge at the top, a boss at the top, making decisions about other people's lives or livelihoods. This is something that is always open-ended. As things change and shift, there is renegotiation, and these are explicit agreements that all members participate in, with the clarity that you start from what you want and then negotiate from there. Always open to renegotiate as things change, as you become more productive, more successful, your needs change. This is beautiful. You're totally invested in this energy of ongoing growth, ongoing agreements. In the future, the Five of Staffs or Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you've done so much work to release the beliefs that the unfair judgments were based upon. You realize that those judgments were based upon a zero-sum game, as if only one person can hold the power over many, rather than power being shared. That's just an example of one of the beliefs that you can be challenging and releasing. Understanding that the world is abundant, there's enough for everyone. Boy, does that fly in the face of many of our cultural beliefs and values, certainly in my experience. So this idea that only some can have and the rest can't have is completely a myth that you're no longer invested in. You no longer proceed on that basis. And in fact, the Wheel of Fortune indicates that this is your time. This is the time. This is the time to release those old beliefs, conforming to the false belief that I can't have more because it means my neighbor will have less. That's a fallacy. And this idea that your karma is what is rewarded. The effort you put in is the reward you get out. Nothing short for everybody. It's the same for everyone. And that is your belief, and it is timely. This is the time, this is the moment in the world when this is relevant to all of us. And you're an agent of this new belief, this new process, this new way of working and living and sharing power, I might add, Libra, as that is one of your temperamental characteristics, power sharing. And I'm going to finish up this reading with an oracle card. I forget the name of this deck, but the card I pulled is guardianship. And I love the visuals. Take on the role of a guardian. Protect what is precious to you, whether it's loved one's beliefs or values. Uphold your responsibilities with dedication and care, ensuring the safety and integrity of what you cherish. Thank you so much, Libra, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.